Hello and welcome. My name is Tony Smith, and I just want to thank you for taking out the time to check out this information. I know you had a friend or a family member who reached out to you and they were excited and they said something like, I've got something you just got to see. Now, maybe they mentioned something about travel, or they sent you a picture of a card, or maybe they didn't tell you anything and they say, hey, just go to this website. Either way, by the time I finish, you're going to see exactly why they were so excited. So let's just jump right into things. And so what you're looking at right now is the old way of booking travel. I'll show you the new way here in a second, and then you just decide which one's the better deal. So let's just say you wanted to go to Orlando, Florida, 4 days and 3 nights and take somebody out there with you. You're staying at the Gala Palms, was almost $300 a night. You have a Disney Park Hopper Pass included, breakfast every single morning, and an airboat tour with transportation. Brings that total to right around $1,500 doing it the old way. But if you come in and do that the new way with us, that same trip will cost you $538. I know I got some of y'all's attention right now, but let me keep it moving. Going out to New York City, staying at the La Parker Meridian, that's over $700 a night. You have a Statue of Liberty cruise included, tickets to Broadway, tickets to the museum, breakfast every single morning, right around $2,900 if you went and did it the old way. But the new way with us, that same exact trip will cost you, and I know you're waiting on it, $538. So you're probably like me right now. You're wondering, okay, how are they doing this? And see, for me, I used to book travel the old way as well. It used to take me weeks to go out there and plan a vacation. I used to spend days online with several different tabs open. And I don't know if you know it, but they say the average person goes to 38 different websites before they make a decision on a trip. And I was that guy. See, I'd be looking for the perfect hotel, and I'd be hoping that it turned out to be as nice as the pictures portrayed it to be. Then I'd also have to try to figure out what I wanted to do once I got on vacation. And ultimately, I just wanted to get the most value for my money. But I know many times I came back disappointed. But hey, we solved their problem. See, back in 2005, the world's coolest and now largest travel club launched, which is Dream Trips. And see what we offer? A 4 and 5 star experiences for 2 and 3 star prices. It's what I like to call a champagne lifestyle on a beer budget. Now, we do thousands of trips around the globe each and every year, and we plan everything for you. With us, you just pick it, book it, and show up, and everything is taken care of for you. The membership covers you and another adult, and plus the kids within the household. Now, that could be a spouse or significant other, but for my single people, you can take Boo on one trip and turn right around and take Bay on the next trip. Some of y'all will catch that later on tonight, but here's a few examples of the trips. I know what you're looking at right now. You're seeing a 6-day cruise to the Caribbean for $250 a person. Now, you may be thinking what I was thinking. I was wondering, hey, is this a one-way cruise where they're going to get us halfway out there and make us swim back? No, I promise you, we bring you back. Now, let me let you know how we get the prices so low. See, you have to realize the only reason vacations are so expensive is because you're only buying one room on one ship. See, with Dream Trips, we leverage the members of the club and we purchase vacations in bulk. We're kind of like the Sam's Club or Costco of travel. We may call up Royal Caribbean and purchase 7,000 cabins and just split them up across the different ships until they're all used up. Do you think that the club is able to get a better price with a buying power like that? Of course, they're willing to go in and give our company a deal, and then we pass the savings on to the members. And this idea, it caught on last year, and we had almost 30,000 members a month become members of our Dream Trips Travel Club. Now, you see that white poker chip down there next to the price? It says 100 points. I'll show you how we earn the points in a second, but just know that those points are equivalent to dollars, and you can deduct that from the total price, bringing it down from $498 for 2 people to $398 for 2 people. And I know people who spent more money on a Valentine's Day gift and they're no longer with the person. Here's another example: going out to Nuevo Var to Mexico, staying at the Marival Residences for 5 days and 4 nights. See, the smallest room at this resort is actually 1,400 square feet. That's not that small at all. This is an all-inclusive luxury resort, and if you don't know what all-inclusive means, that means it includes all your food, all your drinks, but most importantly, at least to me anyway, it includes all your drinks, because if you give me 5 days, 4 nights, I'll try to drink my money back. Some of you are going to go out there and try to eat it back. I'm not judging you. Don't you judge me, but you can get all of this for right around $1,100 plus excursions included. It just makes sense. I'm going out there to Dubai. This is on most people's bucket list, and now we've made it affordable for the average person to get out there now. With this, you get your hotel stay for 4 nights. You get breakfast, dinner. You also get access to the water park and aquarium, and we also throw in there's a safari tour for you. Here's an example travel out there to Vegas. Now, you know, they say what happens in Vegas stays on Facebook. This gets you access. Your hotel is right there on the strip. You get a helicopter tour at night. Then we do dinner and a show, and we provide breakfast every single morning for you. And so with this, you'll also have access to your very own booking engine as well. You can go out there and book travel through us, similar to other booking sites. But what sets us apart on the flights and hotels is our technology called Rate Shrinker. See, when we go in and book a flight or we book a hotel, Rate Shrinker, it goes in and it just searches the different vendors. It scans the nets, all the different websites. And if they find your same itinerary at a lower rate, we just go in and refund your credit card the difference, which is pretty cool. And that can happen all the way up until when you check in for that flight or that hotel. And our Dream Trips Gold and Platinum members, they get an added benefit of net rates whenever they log in and they book travel through the site. See, net rates are like buying travel at a wholesale price without the travel agent commissions, giving you access to pricing you typically can't find on any other retail site. And to top it all off, we're launching a brand new Dream Trips Rewards program later on this year or early 2018, or it may have already been launched depending on when you're checking this information out. You'll now be able to go in and use those Dream Trip points I've been referring to earlier towards thousands of exclusive deals designed to complement the Dream Trips lifestyle. That's including hotel stays, merchandise, and you can also go out there and purchase you some wine. Yes, ladies, I say you can go out there and purchase you some wine. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. Here's a hotel example. Let's just say John, he wanted to go out there and stay at the Planet Hollywood Resort and Casino. The best rate online will be $146, but then he can apply 63 Dream Trip points, bringing his price down to $83. Makes a lot of sense to go do it. Here's some examples of the merchandise. Let's just say he needed a vacuum. Well, he'd go online instead of going to Home Depot or Macy's where they got the best available price of $349. He'll see where he can apply 48 Dream Trip points. It brings his total down to $301. Makes sense. Maybe he wants an iPad, $439. It brings it all the way down to $387. Now you're saving money doing the things that you do anyway. And so with us, you know, there's no way John can go out there and purchase everything without going to go get his wife some wine. But see, what I love about this is I know, fellas, we don't really know what's great wine, what's bad wine. And so with this, it actually, because he's going on his website to go search, now he has access to some of the best wines from some of the top wineries around the world. So now he just got to go out there and pick. And once again, he's able to apply those Dream Trip points and save himself almost $30 on this bottle of wine. But let me explain to you now, because I know you're wondering, Tony, how is John getting access to all these points? How do I get my hands on some of those? And so with us, when you join our club, your membership dues go right into our Dream Trips cloud, and you can earn 1 point per dollar. You can immediately use some or all of these points on a dream trip or to go out there and purchase some merchandise. Let's just say if you decide you want to share this with your friends and family members so they can experience the trips with you, we'll also reward you more points to go out there and help you discount your trip. Now, for my ladies, yeah, you can actually go out there and shop your way to a vacation as well. And I'm sure most of you will be pretty good at that. And for my people who can put food away, we had a perfect way for you to go out there and eat your way to a vacation. And see, our members, they can earn anywhere from 20 to 60% of their bills back in reward points. We now have access to over 5,000 restaurants and vendors worldwide, and that list is rapidly growing. But see, here's where we ran into our problem. Now you were swiping your credit card in a restaurant to pay for your meal. We quickly realized in order for us to keep this thing scalable, we needed the technology to be able to easily track the transactions and immediately reward our member their points. And so we came across a company that had the technology we were looking for, and this is how the fly card came about that you're about to see about. See, I know you see the green light, but what you're currently looking at is going to be the most disruptive piece of technology since the iPhone was introduced to the world back in 2007. And I know that's a pretty bold statement, but you'll understand all of that here shortly. See, knowing what we know about the iPhone and its success, I'm willing to bet that there's a lot of people that would love to go back and be on the front end of that thing before it ever launched. Now, not everybody will understand everything about this card and what I'm about to share with you. You may even see it being irrelevant, but there were people who thought the iPhone wouldn't do very well because it was missing the keyboard. They were saying, hey, that's not good for business. That's not good for email. Well, how relevant are those other companies like BlackBerry or Motorola and things like that now? And so what this card is really a computer that does credit card things. You can load up to 20 different cards into this one card, and it takes the place of your wallet. You can load your debit cards, credit cards, loyalty cards, reward cards, whatever you see fit. Now that's cool, but what we're probably the most excited about is that we believe the Fly card is the most secure card to ever enter the marketplace. And to speak on a few of the things, the card, it doesn't have a magnetic strip, so there's no way for somebody to walk past you and skim your information. It also has a PIN feature that you create, and only you know it in order to access your card. It also has a built-in beacon technology technology, which allows you to locate your card if you were to misplace it. It's a lot like the Find My iPhone feature. Well, now you can go out there and find your smart card. And if there's no way for you to find it or recover it, we also have a feature that allows you to completely wipe all of the information that's loaded onto the card. So let me just give you a quick example. When you swipe the card, the light cuts on and people, their eyes, they start lighting up every time they see it. You will go in and enter your unique PIN, and now you can go in and swipe through your different cards. And now this becomes your Chase card, your Top Golf, your Panera, your Visa, so forth and so on. We also provide you with some accessories like this little puck to go in and charge your card. You'll only have to charge it maybe once or twice a month, depending on how often you're using it. And the cool thing is that same device is actually the device you use to swipe your other cards to add them onto your smart card. And so let me just kind of make a quick reference point to a company that we're all familiar with. See, back in 1998, Apple, they owned less than 1% of the entire market share in the PC world. My question to you is, how did they go from that to now becoming one of the most respected brands in the world? Well, a big reason was because they brought Steve Jobs back, and he launched a series of products that funneled everybody into the Apple ecosystem. Today, you know, Apple has the iPod, they have the iWatch, they have the iPhone, the iPad, the iMac. I mean, you name it. And see, in 2015, Apple did right around $234 billion in sales. See, what I realize is that you don't have to like Apple or their products. You could be the Samsung guy or the Android girl, but you have to appreciate the amount of success that they've had. The Fly Card is coming very soon, and we believe this to be the missing piece to our puzzle. But because the Fly Card was created to enhance our member experience, our members, they're going to go out there and receive the cards first. Here are two memberships. You have our Gold, which is our most popular, but if you prefer the Jay-Z and Beyonce lifestyle, you need to go with the Platinum. Now, you can upgrade or downgrade whenever you get ready. We just want to help you to get out there and vacation sooner. And remember, all the dues that you pay, they're rewarded back to you in the form of points. So you can use some or all of those towards your dream trip. So let's just take our most popular membership, the Gold membership, for example. When you pay the $200 initially to join, we turn right around immediately and give you 200 points back to go out there and use on vacation. And on your anniversary date, we say, hey, thank you for being a loyal member because you didn't have to stay with us. See, there's no contracts with us, but because you stayed with us for a year, here goes back every dollar that you spent on this membership. Go use it on vacation now. Just makes a lot of sense. It turns it into a no-brainer situation. And now we can get families to go out there and experience vacation a whole lot sooner. And so with that card, we're releasing it to our members first, but after we release it to them, we're releasing it to the general public in the US and then to the rest of the world. And see, what we currently have are the two circles that you see right here in the middle. And I just want to paint a quick picture for you. We have reps who earn money for selling the Dream Trip memberships, and then we have the customers who purchase the memberships. And as you can see, those two circles, they overlap. So we do have reps who are also customers. Now, the third part of this is when the Fly Card is released to the general public, that's when you'll see the citizens come into play. And what we realize is that most citizens, they'll come into the ecosystem knowing nothing about Dream Trips or anything like that. They'll only be Fly Card holders. And see, the card, it'll come preloaded with points. And they'll also be able to go out there and eat and shop at our different vendors and earn more points as well. But let's just say they've always had a bucket list and they wanted to go check that off. They'll see our trips at a retail price versus a wholesale price. And so let's just say they've always wanted to go to Ibiza. They'll see a trip for 6 nights, $1,000 a person, where they can apply 120 points, and they'll have a couple perks included as well. But right next to that price, they'll see this button that says exclusive member pricing. Do you think they'll click that? Of course they will. And so then they'll see that they can get that same exact trip for a wholesale price of $769 a person with the ability to apply 300 points, and they get more activities and more perks included if they decide to upgrade and get a membership. So logically, to me anyway, it only makes sense. And see, we realize the question isn't if they'll upgrade. The only question is when. And so you have to realize the rest of the Apple story is this. A lot of people bought the iPhone because it was the latest and greatest piece of technology. And what that did was open the door for people to learn more about the Apple products. When the iPhone sales skyrocketed, so did the MacBook sales. And it's completely changed the game. And Apple has grown into the company we all know today. And see, we realize we have the same potential for our ecosystem. Many people will buy the card because it's convenient, secure, and pretty cool. They'll have to go in and download our Dream Trips app in order to set it up, and they'll be instantly introduced into the rest of our ecosystem. And as I showed you earlier, we're anticipating that most people will want to upgrade to the membership. So as the Fly Card sales skyrocket, so will the Dream Trip membership sales. And so by now, you're probably asking these two questions. How can I take advantage of this technology launch? And can I earn money from this? Well, you actually can. See, World Venture Ventures is based out of Plano, Texas, with multiple headquarters buildings around the world. We're one of the fastest growing companies in the world as well. And last year, the company did just shy of $1 billion in sales. Needless to say, this company is happening. It's not on trial. In order to come in and market the fly card or to go out there and refer this membership and earn income from it, you need to become a representative with us. It's a $100 one-time fee and then $20 a month to keep that representative status active. And if you fall in between the ages of 18 to 25, you can actually start your business $25 initially and $20 a month. Now, if you hadn't paid attention to anything else, I need you to pay close attention to this part. And see, this is why a lot of the sharpest and the most busiest people I know, they're positioning themselves ahead of the curve. So let's just say I'm a representative and I have the fly card, and you and I, we're in line ordering coffee at Starbucks. You see me use the fly card and that green light catches your attention. Your only question is, how do I get one? And so I go right into my phone and I send you a unique link allowing you to go purchase that card. And because you use my link to order the card, the company tracks that and I earn a commission. Now you and I, we're linked together. And just like when an iPhone was sold by the people who owned it first, we believe the same thing will happen here. The only difference is Apple didn't pay anybody. We will. And so let's take it a step further. When that card shows up in the mailbox and your girl or your wife sees it and she asks you the same question you asked me, how do I get one? Or better yet, why didn't you get me one? Now, because you're only a card holder and you're not a representative, you won't have your own unique link to share with her. You'll instead have to send her my unique link. And when she orders the card, the company sends me another commission check. Now, is it safe to say that the next time she's at dinner with her girlfriend, she's going to pull the fly card out and show it off? Of course, women, they show off everything. And what do you think is going to happen when all 5 of her girlfriends want to purchase a card? You got it. That's 5 more commission checks headed my way. So you have to ask yourself realistically, how much time did I spend explaining how the car works to your wife and her friends? None at all. So you were the only person I met in Starbucks. So now do you understand why people are positioning themselves ahead of the curve? Everyone you know has the potential to be exposed to the fly card in the very near future. The only question is, will it be your unique link that they're ordering it from, or will it be some random person standing in Starbucks? And so just like I just showed you, timing is everything with this. And right now, your friend, they have their next best position reserved for you. But of course, they'll continue to share this with more people. But let's just say you decide to get enrolled, you're basically locking your position. And so the cool thing is, anybody else that he actually goes to go share this with, like this guy Bob, if he decides to get started after you, you'll benefit from the customers that join his organization as well. Now, we do respect the fact that you may need time to think things over before joining, but we'll also ask you to respect the fact that we're running a business and we got something that's pretty hot and something that everyone wants. I mean, timing is key. Come in and get your spot. And so just a quick recap, you can come in at any level of our membership. It doesn't really matter. We're flexible and you can cancel at any time. So it doesn't really matter, but I know some of you may be worried about that monthly fee. Well, let me go ahead and knock that out the park. If you decide to go share this with your friends and family members and 4 of them decide to get a membership, we wipe out that monthly payment for you. And as a thank you, we still give you the points back on your anniversary date as if you were paying. Now, that's not 4 people every single month. That's not 4 people in your first month. It's just 4 people. And whenever that happens, and as long as they remain active, your monthly fee continues to remain waived, which is pretty cool. Now, if you decide to become a representative on top of the membership, you don't have to do either or to do which one. You can come in and participate to just be a customer, just be a representative, or go out there and do both. And once again, 18 to 25, you can literally come in and start your business, $25 initially and $20 a month. And so when we share this with people, we win every single time. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, see, they either get started later or they get started now. So you have 3 options when it comes to what you just saw. Number 1, you may be the person where you don't care for the travel membership or the potential to go out there and earn income, but you do want that card. And so what we'll do is go in and put you on a standby list. And the day that card is released, you can go out there and purchase it. Now, if you're number 2, you love the idea of the card. It's kind of cool, but the travel club is what stuck out to you the most. And so what you need to do is to go out there and choose a membership. And by you doing that, the day the card is released, you can still go out there and purchase it before we release it to the general public. Now, if you fall into the 3rd spot and you get this like me and a lot of other people, you love everything about it. You just choose a membership and become a representative, and you go all in with this thing. And see, this person, they understand that this smart card is going to go viral, and it will have a ripple effect, making it almost a guarantee that their friends will eventually see the card. It only makes sense for their friends to come in and purchase the card from them. Or you may be the person who realizes that the travel club membership is a no-brainer, and their friends or family members would basically have to come in and convince you on why this is informed. And you know there's a lot of people you would love to go travel with. Choose what's best for you. But for me, when it was all said and done, here's how I looked at it. I figured if I did this and it didn't work, it wasn't going to kill me. Worst case, I'll go on some pretty cool vacations. But if I didn't do this for whatever reason and it actually worked even as half as good as they said it would, I'd be kicking myself for the rest of my life. And so if you see this value in whichever way, get back with the person that got you in front of this information and let them know if you're a 1, a 2, or a 3. Thank you for your time and enjoy the rest of your day.